All right, let's get this show started.
Josh Hokit shocked the world with a unanimous victory over number 5 ranked Curtis Blaydes. The heavyweights delivered a truly unbelievable 15 minutes of action at UFC 327, looking like either could end the fight in seconds and instead having to batter and bloody each other for 3 rounds. Somehow, Hokit and Blaydes kept up a flyweight pace through it all, trading haymakers in close, jabbing each other's faces off from distance, and elbowing and kneeing each other in the clinch. In the end, Hokit held on to his undefeated record with a well-earned unanimous decision win over a veteran top 5 contender. Hokit and Blaydes received Fight of the Night honors and $100,000 apiece. Additionally, Hokit garnered a $100,000 Performance of the Night bonus, bringing his total bonus earnings up to $200,000. After the fight, both fighters were transported to the hospital.
The force is too strong with me. Who said I don't have heart? Who said I don't have heart? To beat me, you're gonna have to kill me. That's what I showed.
You're smart.
Fucking drivers.
And here's how the MMA community reacted to Hokit's huge win. Derrick Brunson tweeted, "The best heavyweight fight I have ever seen. Hokit and Blaydes, that was amazing." Kevin Vallejos commented, "That was the best heavyweight fight I have ever seen. Josh Hokit is amazing." Francis Ngannou tweeted, "That was insane. I can't believe it went all 3 rounds. Curtis has the heart of a lion." Bilal Muhammad said, "Fight of the year." Mackenzie Dern said, "What a crazy fight for the heavyweights at UFC 327. Bo Nickel tweeted, "Josh Hokit with the W." One fan asked Nickel whether he had ever wrestled Hokit, to which Bo replied, "Yeah, he's a dog." Brendan Schaub tweeted, "What a fight. If you hated Hokit before, you're gonna be really pissed when his fight with Curtis Blaydes goes into the UFC Hall of Fame." Michael Chiesa said, "This is the most technical heavyweight fight I have ever seen." Kenny Florian said, "Hokit should take it here, but wow, both him and Blaydes are absolute savages. Crazy fight. Mark Hunt versus Bigfoot was still better though." Gilbert Burns tweeted, "What a fight." Brendan Schaub shared a video reacting to Hokit's win, praising the performance and saying it was the best fight he has ever witnessed.
That Josh Hokit fight versus Curtis Blaydes was absolutely bananas. It was wild. Forget light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, lightweight, bantamweight. That is the most entertaining, best fight I have ever seen. Not the most technical. Nobody's winning awards for being technical in that fight. As far as entertaining goes, hats off to Hokit. Dude, with all his antics, I'm with you guys. It's a little tough for me to get into. I can see why a lot of people hate on him for that stuff. But it only works if he keeps freaking winning. And tonight, he went from unranked to beating the number 4 heavyweight in the world. And he put on a show. He delivered. Sure as hell getting the bonus. I don't care what happens in these next 2 fights. I gotta get back out there. I don't care what happens. Bro, this fired me up. This fired me up. Hokit's the real deal. I don't know if he can keep fighting with this style once he gets to better strikers, but he has his wrestling. I'm telling you, UFC heavyweight division, you got one.
Hokit not only secured a massive win and widespread respect from the MMA community, but also earned a major opportunity on the sport's biggest stage. UFC CEO Dana White confirmed that Hokit is set to face Derrick Lewis at the upcoming UFC White House event in a potential heavyweight title eliminator.
The president leans over to me and he said, hold on a second, Mr. President. I stepped away and I called Derrick Lewis. I said, Derrick, the president just asked me why you're not on the card. Do you want to fight on the White House card? And he goes, of course I do. Tell the president, thank you, I want to do it. Then the Hokit card plays out, the fight plays out. He beats the number 5 ranked guy in the world, and Joe Rogan says, is there still room on the White House card? Went back and talked to him. Hokit versus Derrick Lewis was just added to the White House card in the last 10 minutes. President Trump built half of that fight, and Rogan built the other half. Both guys have accepted and agreed for the fight, so we're adding one more to the White House. Hokit versus Derrick Lewis. Pretty badass how that played out organically during the fight.
Jon Jones appears unsure whether he is actually retired. Over the past few days, Jones briefly announced his retirement before walking it back a day later, saying he still feels great and has not ruled out a potential return. Now, following UFC 327, Jones told UFC Brazil that he is once again uncertain about his status, adding that attending the event made him feel like his competitive fire has returned. Dominick Reyes got the win at UFC 327, but it was definitely one of the most forgettable fights of his career. The lack of action had the crowd booing rather loudly, with Daniel Cormier comparing the fight to the rematch between Carla Esparza and Rose Namajunas, which is routinely considered one of the worst bouts in UFC history. Ultimately, two judges gave Reyes the nod with 29-28 scores, while the third official had it 29-28 for Walker. That was still enough for Reyes to get the win as he bounces back from his knockout loss to Carlos Ulberg in his previous outing. Following the bout, Reyes took to social media to release the following statement. "Since I got robbed of my post-fight speech, here's my official speech. First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank Johnny Walker for the technical battle. Thank you to my team. Thank you to the UFC for an amazing fight week. Dana White, Hunter Campbell, Mick Maynard, UFC, to the fans of Miami, I know you wanted blood, but sometimes that's not how it goes. I love you, son. Daddy's coming home." Just 8 months into his MMA career, Gable Steveson can now call himself a UFC fighter. The Olympic wrestling gold medalist is set to make his octagon debut on July 11th at UFC 329 as part of the promotion's annual International Fight Week festivities. The UFC officially announced the signing during UFC 327. Widely regarded as the top heavyweight prospect in MMA, Steveson has long expressed his desire to compete in the UFC. An opponent for his debut has yet to be named. Steveson currently holds a perfect 4-0 record, with all 4 wins coming by knockout across multiple combat sports disciplines. He made his professional MMA debut in September with a highlight reel first-round stoppage of Braden Peterson. He then competed under Dirty Boxing Championship, scoring a 15-second knockout over Billy Swanson in October. He carried that momentum back into MMA with a 24-second knockout of Kevin Hearn in late November, before kicking off 2026 with another first-round stoppage, this time against Hugo Lezama. Who would you like to see him face in his UFC debut? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Jiri Prochazka was left heartbroken after letting the light heavyweight title slip away at UFC 327. Prochazka was seemingly moments away from reclaiming gold on Saturday when Carlos Ulberg suffered a knee injury early in the fight. Instead of pouring on the pressure, Prochazka left himself open for a Hail Mary shot from Ulberg, who landed it and scored a spectacular knockout on one leg. Speaking from the hospital after the loss, Jiri Prochazka shared his disappointment on Instagram stories, admitting that showing mercy cost him the fight. Despite the setback, he's already pushing for a rematch to set things right.
And in English, thank you all for support. Just checking the jaw here in hospital. And big apologies for my performance tonight. Still can't understand this my stupid mercy in the fight, and that cost me this fight. So I would like to fight a rematch, because man, that was my fight. That was my fight, and I just gave him this opportunity to catch me. And big apologies to everyone who support me.
Carlos Ulberg believes the moment that cost Jiri Prochazka the fight was not a case of mercy, but simply a critical mistake. Speaking at the post-fight press conference, Ulberg said that in a title fight there is no room for mercy, adding that if he were in Prochazka's position, he would have absolutely gone for the finish without hesitation. Abdelaziz, Magomed Ankalaev had some harsh words for Jiri Prochazka following the UFC 327 loss. Taking to X after the conclusion of the main event, Ankalaev's account, managed by Abdelaziz, slammed Prochazka, writing, "Prochazka been knocked out 3 of his last 6 fights. I don't want to hear his name anymore in the title picture. Enough is enough." Followed up with, "Jiri Prochazka, he kept kicking Carlos's legs. He did not show him any mercy. Fake." Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Robert. Number 2 meme was posted by Pencil. And number 1 meme was posted by Cosmic Wildfire. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of MMA. Catch you tomorrow.